Crystal here with your May 27, 2020 daily tarot reading. In this reading, as always, we're picking up on the overall energy of the day. So let's get right into it. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're finding yourself busy during this time of quarantine. I know a lot of people are starting to kind of break out of it, but I hope you're doing well. So 5/27, 2020. Let's see what the overall. Ooh, this card wanted to come. These two cards wanted to come out. What are they? The Four of Wands with the Knight of Cups in reverse. And let's see what else. Well, the Magician is there too. All right. Now let's pull one more card. Overall energy for the 27th of May. What is our overall guidance and or advice? What is our overall guidance or advice? All right. What is this? Understanding in reverse. Ooh, okay. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have the Four of Wands upright. And we have the Magician with the Understanding card. It's a really pretty card. I know you can't really... Are those doves? Okay, let's get into the message. So I really think this is a very powerful day. Why do I say that? Well, first off, the Four of Wands is always a good time. The Four of Wands is always this moment of celebration, congratulating yourself, congratulating others, ceremony, getting over some type of milestone, being able to think about marriage. Some people might be getting married, bringing up topics of long-term commitment. And I do think that it is, this card doesn't conventionally represent long-term commitment, but we notice that when we really stick to things and stay consistent, even if it grows and changes a bit throughout it, but we really stay on it, we find that we do have victory and success. That's why the Four of Wands is the card that you get when you are, let's say, graduating college or getting married, like really getting over this milestone. So the fact that we even have something like this present, don't be surprised if a blessing comes your way. Hell, pull up on the energy either way it goes. Find yourself focusing on whatever that aha, releasing, happy, finally things coming together type of moment is. And a lot of times with the wands, it will be something that you really are passionate about. Not saying you can't be passionate about money or work or things like that, but this is something that you would do even if you weren't getting paid for it, something that you really have fun doing. So that's great. Now, where we can go wrong in the day is the Knight of Cups in reverse. And all us water people have to be extra careful with this energy. This is the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but this can affect us all. Now, the Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, with this being here, we do, even though, yes, like I said, that beautiful energy is there of the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration and ceremony, we have to be careful because the Knight of Cups in reverse can just really go overboard. Even if we focus on the marriage or the love or the partnership that we desire, that doesn't mean that we need to actually make the full long-term commitment on a day like this. Because when the Knight of Cups is in reverse, we can give too much too quickly. Have you ever, I don't know, let's just say you give someone $1,000 because the next day you're going to get $2,000, but that $2,000 is held up. But because you acted too quickly in your emotions or just wanting to do something nice, you made a mistake. So you kind of have to be careful with the Knight of Cups in reverse because it can be someone like being over the top, promising you too much, or emotionally even dumping or pouring just too much, and it's just a lot. Or it could be you doing this to other people. So definitely watch the feels on a day like this. Make sure you're not just, I wouldn't say trusting your feelings. Trust your feelings, but just be careful. The Knight of Cups in reverse can really be over the top. And if you're finding yourself having a hard time emotionally, it's probably because you went overboard with something. Okay. And with understanding in reverse, it could be because you feel like someone isn't really understanding you or understanding where you're coming from. And sometimes with the Knight of Cups in reverse, we can be so much in like la la land and just smoke too much or drink too much or just get too obsessed with the person or a situation that we just cause ourselves to have these false realities and illusions that can take over. So watch that. Now, what's great, and like I said, they can block your understanding. Of course, it can cause you to create things that aren't necessarily real within your mind or within your emotional well-being. So then we have the magician card, and the magician card says, no excuses today. You have everything at your disposal right now in your life to create whatever it is that you desire. Now, yes, is that still the beginning? Is that the mixing phase? Is that why that's why I also said not necessarily the day I would make a commitment to something, but it would be the day that I would be super creative, getting my maybe doing something artistic or doing something within my craft that I love. The magician card just says period, like use all the tools at your disposal. Don't make yourself feel like you don't have everything necessary today, because you do. Seems like I have something in my eye. Sorry, guys. But you definitely do. And if you don't, make a phone call. Sometimes with this Knight of Cups, we can have an emotional response. We can instantly go into, oh my God, what was me? Attack mode, trigger mode. Like, I don't have it. It's not happening for me. And in reality, it is. Super, super creative energy. You have everything you need. And if you don't, and if you allow yourself to kind of sit back and not get too consumed in those emotions, oh, you'll see it very, very clearly on a day like this. I love the magician card. I love it. I love it. Speak affirmations today too. They'll be twice as powerful as normal. All right. Or should I say 4 times as powerful with the Four of Wands. Now, understanding is in reverse. Okay. And I haven't decided yet if I want to read this deck upright or reverse yet, but I guess I did because I just read it in reverse. But understanding is the word. Don't we hate it in life when we're not understood? When we try to express ourselves, or we try to put our best foot forward or be the best individuals that we can, and people still don't feel us, or people still don't understand us, or people still criticize us, or people still hate on us, or people still just don't understand where we're coming from. That can be a very frustrating place. But I think too often we try to explain ourselves to people who we don't need their approval with things. Or we try to constantly prove ourselves to people who, if they haven't seen it by now, the beautiful, wonderful person that you are, why are you constantly pushing it? Why are you constantly trying to stress and figure it out when they're not trying to stress and figure it out? So we have to ask ourselves questions like that on a day like this. And be understanding to yourself. Be understanding to yourself. That is what's most important. And look from an outside perspective. If somebody was saying and or doing the things that you're doing right now, would you be okay with that? Would you agree with that? Do you see the validity or the whatever it is within what they're doing? And if not, within, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you understand where they're coming from? I think it's very easy for us to see things from our point of view, but if somebody was bringing to us what we're bringing to them or putting off on them, how understanding would we be? So regardless, understanding is the word. And I think that when we are understood and when we understand ourselves, I love how this card is showing. I know you might not be able to see it based off the lighting, but all of these birds are coming to this bird's rescue. This bird has been locked up behind maybe holding back who they really are, or maybe having some type of sexuality that they don't want to put out there or that they're ashamed of, or maybe some spiritual practice that they're afraid of what people might say, or maybe they're just scared of really being themselves. But when you express yourself and when you're true to who you are, that is when you get true freedom. And that is where you attract the people who are meant to be in your life. That is when you pull in the lovers who want to love you and want to help you and want to pull you out of situations that maybe aren't the most favorable. Okay. So I hope that helped. I think today will be a very, very great day overall. Like I said, just watch the emotions taking you from place to place. But overall, if you kind of get things started on the right foot today and understand yourself more, man, can you make milestones on a day like this? Okay. So I hope this helped in some way. You all, I thank you so much for being with me on these daily readings. And if you need a private reading with me, you can always email me at crystalneath@gmail.com. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow.